When you tell like a dentist that you're grinding your teeth, they're probably going to give you some kind of night guard. But the issue and what finally fixed my TMJ, I also went to physical therapy for a while, like maybe 4 months. Another thing I tried for years is Botox. I've spent a lot of money. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Shannon. If I sound a little bit nasally, it is because after I posted my video from our trip to Mexico, Gregory and I did end up getting COVID when we got back, and we were sick for about a week. We are both vaccinated and boosted, so it kind of felt like the flu for the first 2 days and then a cold after that, and then I still am just like a little bit congested, so forgive me for that. But I know I haven't posted a video last week, and I really have been meaning to film this video all about my TMJ journey. I've literally had TMJ since I was 4 years old. My parents tell me stories about hearing me grind my teeth when I was sleeping at 4 years old. So it's really been a lifelong journey. I'm happy to say that I don't grind my teeth anymore. I don't have any tension here, any pain here. I used to have constant headaches. Like, I actually wrote a bunch of stuff down on my phone, like a whole list of things, my symptoms, what I tried, so I'll refer to my notes along the way in this video. But I do want to share with you what I did try, what worked, what didn't work, and also what finally worked, because I know if you have TMJ, it is hard. You are probably suffering. It's a daily thing where you either have pain, your jaw can also lock up. That didn't happen to me, but I've heard stories of that your jaw can lock and not open. You can grind your teeth so much that you have chips in your teeth, and that is what happened to me. I didn't get my chips fixed because I don't think they're that bad. That was something I was considering after I just finished my Invisalign, which I'll get to in a second. But I did want to make this video for anyone out there that is suffering with TMJ, or if you have kids and you feel like you're seeing any of these symptoms, maybe you can help them get the proper treatment earlier on in life rather than later. Also, clearly I am outside in the elements, so if you hear, I think it was like the garbage truck before, or right now it's like beautiful birds. It's just so beautiful outside right now. It's finally summer, it's June, it's like a cool crisp morning. I'm so happy, like we're literally in the woods. It's like, it's just so beautiful. Lastly, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, do so right now down below before we jump into the video. Also like this video, and afterward share it with a friend or someone that you know that this video might help as well. So let's get started. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna go through my TMJ journey. The symptoms I was having that I knew that I had pretty bad TMJ is the amount of teeth grinding I did every night, which led to constant headaches during the day and a super painful jaw. When you tell like a dentist that you're grinding your teeth, they're probably going to give you some kind of night guard. I've had so many different kinds of night guards in the past, and they're pretty good. Most of them do cover the teeth, so they're pretty good at protecting it. But the issue and what finally fixed my TMJ was putting my jaw in the right place. So I think this stemmed back from when I had braces. I had braces around middle school, like late middle school, maybe early high school. I had braces for 2.5 years, and here's what I've learned about braces. If you're not going somewhere where they understand TMJ or specialize like a TMJ specialist or anything like that, which is what I've been going to for the past like 4 years now, if you're not going somewhere like that, they're probably not taking your jaw into consideration when they're moving your teeth. Basically what they're doing with that wire is they're just making your teeth fully straight. So everyone has a different jaw, right? Like it could be smaller, it could be bigger, your lower jaw could be forward or opposite. So there's like so many things to take into consideration. And with my last round of Invisalign, it was actually for like 7 months because my teeth were already straight from braces. They were just working on getting the jaw to sit together. Basically, if the jaw, from what I've learned from, you know, all of these dentists and doctors, if the jaw has a place to sit and that's like the natural place together, it will be happy. Apparently the reason why you're grinding your teeth at night, and I mean a big factor is definitely stress. I did find when I was more stressed I would like clench my jaw more, so that's also some kind of like a habit, learned behavior. But also your teeth are kind of like moving around trying to find like where they fit together as well. A while ago, maybe when I was in college, dentists started bringing up things like relaxation techniques, yoga, meditation, lavender oil, and I've done all of that. I still do all of that because all of that stuff I really enjoy in a mental health aspect, but I feel like if you don't have your jaw and your teeth connecting and in the proper spot, like I don't think the TMJ problem is going to go away, and it didn't for me. Over the past 3 years, as you guys know on my channel and in my Instagram, I have been through a full self-development, personal development, healing journey. I am in such a beautiful, relaxed, happy state in my life. And if my symptoms were only from stress, like they would have gone away on their own. Okay, so probably like a year into being in LA, so maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, my headaches got so bad. I went to my doctor and my doctor said, you should probably go see a neurologist. So I went to a neurologist and he did confirm, he's like, this is all from TMJ, like you don't have anything going on up there. You know, of course, like your biggest fear is like something's going on in my brain that's giving me headaches every day. Nothing like that. It was definitely from the TMJ. He confirmed that. I also went to physical therapy for a while, like maybe 4 months, because my posture used to be so bad. So like sitting at a computer, you know, doing my master's program, like I feel like I was just like heads down in either school or work for so many years. My posture was so bad, and honestly, like you have to realize like everything is connected. Like if you feel your skull back here, it's connected obviously like right down your back into your shoulders, your posture. Everything affects everything else in your body, obviously. So I did go to physical therapy for a while because he did think I could benefit from that, and I really did. I was having so many knots in my backs that they also worked out. I was just having like so many different issues in my back, and I think it really was connected to my TMJ. Another thing I tried for years is Botox. So I don't get Botox any longer. I haven't gotten it in a few years. They recommended it to me for, I think it's called the masseter muscle right here. It's like, it's a pretty big muscle and it's really strong. Like obviously like chewing and stuff like that, like the muscles in your face, your mouth, your jaw, they're really strong. So I did get Botox for a while. I would get Botox like here, and also here on both sides, and insurance did cover it for a while. I think it depends what insurance you have, but if it's like a medical reason, I do know you can possibly get insurance to cover it. To be honest, when I first started Botox, it felt like such a relief. Okay, I wanted to give you guys the fact. So Botox relaxes muscles that are too tight and can prevent involuntary facial movements, obviously, but relaxes muscles that are too tight. So basically, like it literally relaxes. And when I first started getting it, it just felt like such a relief. I would get it probably every 3 to 4 months for about a year. Towards the end of that year, the beginning of the second year, I realized that it didn't work as well. I didn't feel like the release that I used to feel. It didn't feel like the intensity of that anymore. So I started getting more, and I kind of realized this, like once you have to start doing more of something, like taking more medicine, your body is getting used to it, it's getting immune to it. It's just like not a good sign for me. At that point I realized like this is not a long-term solution for me. So at that point I finally caved and went to a TMJ specialist. The reason why I tried to avoid this for so long is because health insurance didn't cover it, dental insurance didn't cover it, and they're not cheap. I've spent a lot of money, but it was money well worth it. Unfortunately, I do recognize my privilege there to be able to spend that money with a TMJ specialist, and I know not everybody can do that, but that is why I waited so long to go see one. This is a whole nother topic, but it's really hard to digest the fact that specialists like, you know, nutritionists or TMJ specialists, they're not covered by insurance for a variety of reasons that I don't understand. But these are things that people need. People need these kind of services. So my TMJ specialist wasn't covered under insurance, so I had to pay everything out of pocket. When I started treatment with my TMJ specialist, they do a kind of relaxing technique, and this goes over the course of 3 hours. basically to relax your jaw enough to make sure that they can capture like where the natural alignment is. So that's kind of the point, getting your teeth back into like that natural alignment where they're supposed to sit, and then doing Invisalign or whatever else to put them actually in that place. Some people opt to do like veneers if they want to do any like cosmetic dentistry, like stuff like that. So when I first went to him, we did that whole thing, and then I was fitted for, it was called like a splint, and basically it was a hard piece. I'm not really sure what it was made out of, but picture just like a regular retainer, but on the bottom set of teeth it was raised up a little bit because they molded it in the way to put my teeth into that proper position. They did this, I had that for probably at least like 2 years, it might have been 3 years, until I decided to get Invisalign. The reason they do that first is to make sure your symptoms go away with the splint. So the splint is the position like where they would put your teeth permanently with Invisalign or braces or veneers or whatever you choose. From what I've heard, it is highly effective for most patients, but if your symptoms don't go away with the splint, you don't want to permanently move your teeth into that position. So I had the splint for a while. I was also kind of dragging my feet for a little bit because I knew Invisalign would be another, you know, lump sum of money out of pocket. But it was when actually we were looking to move, and my TMJ specialist is based in LA. So I was like, whatever, as long as like I'm in LA, it's fine. Like I have him right here. The splint also, by the way, you don't take it out to eat. So you keep it in to eat. Basically it's in 24/7. So it became a part of me. Like I learned to speak really well with it. It basically just started bothering me at the end. I was like, oh my God, I can't live with this the rest of my life. Like I have to move on to the next step. So when we were going to move, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have my TMJ specialist in New York. Like I have to start this soon. So after that, I did the impressions. I did everything needed for Invisalign. It's not regular Invisalign. The TMJ professional or specialist works with Invisalign specifically to work on like the placement of your jaw to make sure it's in that like specific place where it needs to be. So it's not like regular, like the dentist, you just get Invisalign and they just put your teeth straight again. Like it was definitely different. They opened up my jaw a little bit, but basically since my teeth were already straight, it was 7 months. Invisalign's pretty easy. You don't eat with Invisalign, and that is why most recently I did go back to Los Angeles, because when you have Invisalign, and that is why most recently I went back to Los Angeles, because when you do have Invisalign, they put buttons on your teeth. So I had like 3 buttons on my back molars on every side, so top and bottom. The Invisalign clicks into there. So actually 3 of mine came off around Christmas, because the one thing like you shouldn't do is eat like a candied apple, like a hard apple, and definitely just like popped a few off. But it was Christmas time. I had a really nice orthodontist place actually locally put the buttons back on. I had like how to set them. I had like the trays, like whatever else they needed, the molding and stuff, to re-put them back in. So they're very sweet. But most recently I had to go back to get all the buttons off, do final rounds of impressions, and then that's how they make your retainer. So anyways, I do want to get to the moral of the story, and please feel free to, you know, write down below in the comment section any questions you have, because I do know so many people suffer with TMJ without a solution. Honestly, I do think going to a TMJ specialist earlier rather than later, like I'm thinking 3 years of co-pays, all of that probably would have paid for the TMJ specialist if I just went there first. I am headache free, I am pain free on my jaw. I also, like my TMJ specialist, when I went back, he was listing off all the symptoms that I originally had. He was like, yeah, you used to talk about like pain behind your eyes. Like apparently there was a lot of symptoms that I had that I do not have any longer. My teeth are extra straight from the Invisalign, and I'm just very happy. Now I just wear the retainers at night. I mean, I'm 28 years old, and to have to suffer for this long, I'm very happy that I finally found a solution for myself, and that I can share this with you guys as well. So I really hope this helps you or someone else out there. Please share this with someone if you do know that has TMJ. I really hope it could help them as well. I'll be back here next week with another video on Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here. It means a lot. I'll see you guys next week.